What up, what up? It's ASTOG, back with another topic, back with another video. So the title of the video is going to be, why are YouTubers struggling to get views? So we're going to talk about it. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribers that subscribe to my channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the videos out to give you leverage to better yourselves. Let's get into it. So why are YouTubers struggling to get views? So as of today's date, it is 30 September of 2025. So this is relevant to today and relevant to, I would say probably like the last, I'd probably say the last 6 months, I would say. Yeah, about last 6 months. Because it gives some more context to this video before I actually get really into it. A couple months ago, I forget which month it was, but I'm pretty sure it was this year. YouTube rolled out this new thing where, I gotta explain this without actually getting messed up, because I don't want to give out wrong information. You know what I'm saying? But essentially, they changed the way commercials are placed in your videos. So for example, when I first got monetized, I was able to go to the YouTube Studio app, and I was able to place as many videos as I wanted on my video, right? So I could have put a commercial break every 10 seconds, every 15 seconds, every 20 seconds, you know, regardless of how long that video was. And of course, that's definitely not optimal, because you know, you don't want to like bombard your videos with a whole bunch of commercials, because nobody's going to watch your video, right? And like I said, a couple months ago, YouTube changed that, where I want to say you can still place videos, but you don't have free reign when it comes to placing videos. That making any sense? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, not videos, but commercials. So instead of you having like unlimited ways to place commercials, now I think you're very limited as far as like how you're able to place commercials in your videos now, right? So, you know, we all know that AdSense is the way that most YouTubers get their money, right? And AdSense basically is ran off of commercials, right? So if you have like, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 commercials, that's 7 times that you're able to possibly make money on that video. So if YouTube cuts it to where you can only place maybe 2 commercials in like a 10-minute video, then that limits how much money you get on that video, right? So, and it's all about viewership, you know what I'm saying? Most folks, from what I can tell, that are YouTubers, if you have a 10-minute video, on average, your video may be watched like maybe 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks don't have a good attention span nowadays. So it's highly unlikely every single person to watch a video is going to watch it the whole 10 minutes, right? So if they don't watch the whole 10 minutes, then it's possible that one of the commercial breaks you have on your video would not be watched, right? So that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I think that a lot of folks are seeing this. I've seen this myself. Within the last couple months, I've had months where I made a good amount of money, and then I had months where I didn't make the threshold. And I'm like, yo, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Threshold meaning that, you know, that I didn't make $100 or more to actually get paid out from YouTube, because that's the threshold. You have to make at least $100 that month for YouTube to pay you the very next month, right? So if you make $99.99, guess what? YouTube's not gonna pay you that next month. You have to wait until the following month, and then hope you get that 1 cent to break the threshold, right? So it's been, I would say, at least twice this year, if not 3 times, where I did not meet the threshold, right? And I had some videos that had a lot of views. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, how in the world are these videos making a lot of views, but I'm not even making $100? Like, they're making any sense to me. So I did a little bit of research. And I'm not going to, you know, get too in depth with it, because, you know, I'm not an expert, and I don't want anybody to like take this video that I'm saying right now as like gospel. You know what I'm saying? It's not the end all be all, but this is one aspect that I researched, that I know there's an issue with YouTubers not getting views. AI. Once again, AI has reared its nasty head, pause, and has caused anguish when it comes to YouTubers. So what I mean by AI is affecting views. So I'm not saying the AI channels are affecting views. I'm saying that YouTube has integrated AI into their platform, which means that AI manipulates like how your videos are placed on your YouTube homepage, It affects the algorithm. It affects how your video flows throughout YouTube. It affects everything, right? So, and of course, I'm not an expert. Like I said, I don't know exactly how AI is specifically affecting your channel, right? Because you have situations to where the person may have a big following, and the algorithm doesn't really matter to a certain degree. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna come down a little bit here. One of my neighbors is cutting his grass. I'm hoping it's not making too much noise. But yeah. So you have YouTubers that have so much of a following that they have a consistent viewership. So let's say, for example, you have a YouTuber that has like, let's say 3K subscribers, and on average, they're getting like 3,000 views each video, right? If I had to take a guess, I would say at least half of those viewers possibly are folks that are subscribed to him or her, right? Which means that it doesn't matter about the algorithm. These folks subscribe and turn the notification bell on, and they're intensely watching the video, right? The other, I don't know, 1,500 that's watching the videos are brand new viewers that came across your video, right? That's another thing, as far as like why YouTubers are not getting the views like they want to right now. Impressions. Because once you become monetized, you'll see this thing on YouTube Studio app called impressions. So what are impressions? So impressions basically is how many times your video has crossed somebody's YouTube home feed, or just crossed their channel in general. So let's say, for example, you have a channel that you only talk about baseball cards, right? And you have some folks that are searching for baseball card information, right? Depending on how long you've been on YouTube and how niche down you are with baseball cards, there's a good possibility your channel, your video will cross their homepage, right? It's up to the viewer to click on your video. So impressions are not clicks. They're literally how many times that somebody has seen your video across their feed, right? And the golden rule for me is, as long as I can get 10,000 impressions or more, that means 10,000 people saw my video across their phone, across their laptop, across their desktop on screen. If I can get at least 10,000 impressions, 10,000 people that saw my video, that's when I start to make a little bit of money on my video, right? Significant money. If you get anything less than 10,000 impressions, that means the algorithm is not pushing your video out as much as what you probably would want it to be pushed out, right? I got videos now where that video has had 300,000 impressions, right? 300,000, but I may have got maybe 14,000 views on that video. So out of the 300,000 people that saw my video, only 14,000 clicked on that video, right? So now you see exactly why impressions are so important. You know what I'm saying? It's like marketing, right? As long as you're able to put yourself out there for people to be seen, there's a possibility somebody's going to either deal with your product or buy your product, right? So impressions are just like that. And I really believe that AI is affecting people's impressions. That's my personal opinion, you know what I'm saying? A lot of folks will say that YouTube is oversaturated. I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you have charisma, as long as you've been up here long enough to get yourself in the algorithm and you're consistent, you can compete with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how broad a niche is. I don't care how dialed down a niche is. You know what I'm saying? You are you. And there's always going to be somebody out there that's going to watch you, right? So I don't believe in saturation. But what I will say is that because of how AI is affecting the platform, I think the saturation can be a deal. It can be a situation where it affects your impressions, it affects your algorithm, all of that. So how do we combat this? I mean, like I said, I'm not an expert, you know what I'm saying? So I really don't know, you know what I'm saying? If you want to, to be a YouTuber where you only really deal with AdSense and you don't really want to deal with making money other ways on YouTube other than AdSense, then really the only thing that you can really do at this point really is to make sure that your videos cater to the algorithm. Bottom line, you know what I'm saying? Look at trends, do your own research, you know what I'm saying? And make sure your titles are straight, make sure your thumbnails are straight, and be consistent. That's the only thing you can do, you know, because you got people right now that they've been up on YouTube for years, right? And they got, you know, 100,000 subscribers, 200,000, and they're barely getting 1,000 views on some of the videos. See what I'm saying? I've seen it. And these folks consistently be getting like 10,000 views, 12,000 views. So, you know, the algorithm is just, it's crazy. And it's all because of AI right now. See, AI is becoming a problem, man. It's becoming a problem because now it's messing with people's money. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, the only way you can really combat that really is to do those basic things and just keep at it. Keep being consistent. Make sure you don't shoot yourself in the foot and actually do something egregious on YouTube where your algorithm is being manipulated and it doesn't work for you anymore. What I mean by that is that, you know, if you're niche down, don't be talking about graham crackers when you're supposed to be talking about tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have to stay consistent, man. Stay consistent, and like I said, with the viewership, as far as like the algorithm, it's something that we can't fix. Something we're not gonna be able to deal with that much, you know. So, you know, the only way for us to get through this is to just stay consistent, and don't give up, don't be discouraged, because at the end of the day, I promise you, there's gonna be a lot of folks gonna quit YouTube because of this. A lot of folks. When you got some folks up here that have made consistently $500 a month, and then all of a sudden they can barely make 100 because the algorithm is crazy right now because of AI. Folks started to get discouraged. I know for myself, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen for me. I'm staying up here regardless. You know what I'm saying? But I know for other folks, it's not gonna be a good look for them. But you know, YouTube is an ever evolving platform. You know, the reason why they made sure that you couldn't put as many commercials in those videos, it might be a money issue. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the views are down, man. The views are down for a lot of folks, to include some folks that I won't say their name, but I've been talking about them for a while now. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, like I said, you got to cater to the algorithm, man. Sometimes you got to cater to the algorithm, and I know a lot of folks will look at that as like, you know, you're cherry picking, and you're not being authentic. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't compromise my integrity by making videos. You know what I'm saying? If I do something, I do it because I really wanted to do it, and because I don't have a niche. So I can talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if I was a finance person, not just mess around, just start talking about bed sheets because bed sheets are popular, then yeah, that's cherry picking. But I mean, for me, I talk about just general topics. So, you know, when folks get upset at you because they feel like you're cherry picking, they're not in your pockets. They don't run your pockets. You run your pockets. You know what I'm saying? So if the views are down and you want to stay up here on YouTube and you want to make money, then you just got to do. No compromise your integrity. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you know, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, find a way to maneuver around the obstacles on YouTube, because it's going to change. What's going on right now is probably going to change within a year. You never know. You know what I'm saying? It's an ever-evolving platform. So, yes, it looks like it's gotten a little bit harder to get views, but it's not impossible. Just stay consistent, all right? So I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Say so, G. Signing out. I'm gone.